In an innovative adaptation to the current missile shortage, the Ukrainian military has reignited the Soviet S-200 surface-to-air missile systems for a different purpose. Their primary munitions are now being launched ballistically to strike Russian targets. These targets span across the Crimean Peninsula and all the way to the Rostov and Kaluga regions in the southern and western parts of Russia. The attack included 4 V-880 missiles, with Russia's Air Force General Staff Leader, Viktor Afzalov, confirming 2 were disabled via electronic warfare and the other 2 were physically intercepted. In addition, Russian air defense systems destroyed 8 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles in areas near the settlements of Kloborobnoye in the Zaporozhye region, Gorlovka and Mariinka in the Donetsk People's Republic, Novokrasnyanka and Svatovo in the Lugansk People's Republic, the spokesman said. The Russian anti-missile system that can counter a V-880 ballistic missile launch is the S-400 Triumph. It is a long-range air defense missile system that can engage targets up to 400 kilometers away and at an altitude of up to 30 kilometers. The S-400 is capable of detecting and tracking ballistic missiles, as well as intercepting them with its missiles. It is considered one of the most advanced anti-missile systems in the world. Another Russian anti-missile system that can potentially counter a V-880 ballistic missile launch is the A-135. It is a Moscow-based missile defense system designed to protect the city from ballistic missile attacks. The A-135 uses nuclear-tipped missiles to intercept incoming ballistic missiles. However, it is not clear if the A-135 can intercept a V-880 missile, as it is a relatively new missile system. The Buk M3 is another Russian anti-missile system that can potentially counter a V-880 ballistic missile launch. It is a medium-range air defense missile system that can engage targets up to 70 kilometers away and at an altitude of up to 25 kilometers. The Buk M3 is designed to intercept a variety of targets, including aircraft, helicopters, cruise missiles, and ballistic missiles. However, it is not clear if the Buk M3 has been tested against a V-880 missile. Overall, it is important to note that the effectiveness of any anti-missile system against a V-880 ballistic missile launch depends on a variety of factors, including the system's range, altitude, and speed capabilities, as well as the trajectory and speed of the incoming missile. Therefore, it is difficult to say with certainty which anti-missile system can counter a V-880 missile launch without more information about the specific circumstances of the launch. The S-200 was retired mainly due to the age of its sensors and guidance systems, and its lack of mobility, reducing its survivability against precision strike assets. When Ukraine retired the system after the turn of the century, the coverage of its air defense network was significantly reduced. Unlike Russia, Ukraine didn't procure any replacement systems, which coincided with severe cuts to its fighter and interceptor fleets. Restored S-200s have not been used in an air-to-air role against Russian forces, but they have a significantly greater reach than any other systems Ukraine deploys, including the recently delivered Patriot missile batteries from the United States. The only notable prior use of Ukrainian S-200s was the accidental shutdown of Siberia Airlines Flight 1812 from Tel Aviv in October 2001, resulting in the tragic loss of all passengers on board. Since Ukraine didn't keep any of its retired S-200s in reserve, it's possible they were supplied by former Warsaw Pact states, with Poland being a likely source. Launching missiles from the S-200 system ballistically is not a novel idea. North Korea executed this on November 2, 2022, with a missile landing 60 kilometers off the South Korean coast as a power display. While South Korea attempted to recover the missile, it provided no valuable intelligence, being an old Soviet-built air defense asset, making the S-200 perfect for the launch. Unlike Ukraine, North Korea replaced the S-200 system with indigenous mobile long-range assets like the Pyongae-5. Other current operators of the S-200 include Poland, which plans to replace them with American Patriots, and Iran, which has modified the systems extensively for mobile launcher deployment and integration with newer Russian and indigenous air defense assets. Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, and Azerbaijan still operate the systems, having inherited them from the USSR. Syria, the S-200's first export client, also continues to rely on the system.